In this tutorial, we'll create a simple select query to get specific data. Let's review the 3 steps of writing a query. 1. Select where to get data from. The source can be tables or views. 2. Select what data we'd like to get. Specify columns or create new ones based on the previous ones. 3. Choose the way to represent data by setting up sorting, grouping, filtering, etc. This will leave only the data we need to work with. When we start using Active Query Builder, on the left-hand side we can see the list of objects we can get the data from. In this tutorial, we'll be using the Northwind Demo database, which is often used for testing. The main entities here are customers, orders, products, suppliers, and employees. Let's say we want to see the products that were sold in the state of Washington. We'll be working with the products table. Drag and drop it onto the visual editor on the right-hand side, or just double-click on it. At the bottom, you can see the SQL text that matches our selection. Note that these editors are interlinked, so all the changes made in either editor will be simultaneously reflected in the other. That's the beauty of Active Query Builder, in which you can edit query text traditionally and see the query structure. Let's go back to the visual editor. Here you can see the list of fields and their data types. Some fields that point to values in other tables have a little link icon next to their name. They are called foreign keys. Primary keys, like product ID here, are marked with a key sign. In most cases, the information of interest is spread across multiple objects, so we'll have to combine it in our query. We'll be working with 3 objects: products, which stores all the items that have been sold, orders, and order details. When we add several objects to the designer pane, we need to link them with each other. Otherwise, we'll end up having a huge set of data that includes all rows from all items multiplied by all rows from all orders. It would be best if we could see only the items corresponding to specific orders. There are a few ways to link objects with Active Query Builder. The first method is to use the link buttons next to key fields. For example, here we can see that the orders table is linked with the employees table, with customers, and here, next to order ID, there is the table we need, called order details. Click on the link button, and you'll see a child table appear here. The link type is one-to-many because order details is linked with the primary key of the table orders. After that, we need to link the products and order details tables. They both have the product ID key field, and it's clear that we'll be using this one to link them. You can use the link button, but here's another method of linking. Just drag the product ID field from the products table and drop it onto the same field of the destination table. If you look below at the query text, it now contains a from expression that includes 3 tables interlinked with each other with the inner join clause. Now switch to the Data tab, where you can see the data preview updated in real time. At this step, it includes all the fields of all tables. The second step is to select the columns we need. Mark the checkboxes next to the fields we'd like to see. We'd like to see the product name, its price, and the items left in stock from the first table, and we'd like to see the region where these items were shipped to, taken from the orders table. In the visual editor, you'll see the list of columns in the query. If you switch back to data, you'll see more selective data that is easier to review. The third step is to filter particular records and set the order in which they should appear. Let's filter out shipping regions to Washington only. Next to orders.ship region, in the criteria column, type equal, WA, and the data preview will leave only the items that were shipped to Washington State. Note that the criteria value was auto-quoted according to SQL rules, so you don't have to worry about all that. Now clean up some details because there's no point in having a column that has identical data in all rows. Let's make it invisible by clicking the Visibility checkbox in the Ship Region row. The filter will remain active, but the data will look cleaner. Now let's apply sorting for the Products column. Select Sort Type Ascending in the Product Name row. That's great, but still not perfect because there are a few duplicates, probably because there were multiple shipments of the same goods. To get rid of these duplicates, go to Properties in the upper right corner and check the Select Only Unique Records checkbox. Now we can see a clean, sorted, filtered list of products without duplicates. Go ahead and switch back to the SQL tab to see the query. As you can see, this tool helps you get the data you need fast and makes this process a whole lot easier. You get visual feedback about the query structure, which is important when building a complex query. Last but not least, it helps prevent SQL errors so you won't spend your time looking for a missing comma. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next tutorials.